Hey everybody, Gary Lee here from G Fitness. Today, me and my training partner Curtis are doing squats, and we're just going to talk about the differences between the high and the low bar squat. So here's Gary Lee here doing the low bar squat, and here's the three key features about the low bar squat. One, the position of the bar. Obviously, it's resting on pretty much on the rear delt, and the stance is fairly wide, and the hip angle is pretty small.
And here's me doing high bar style squats. And some of the differences you're gonna notice from Gary's low bar technique is that the bar rests much higher on my back, on the lower traps.
It's superior.
The superior squat. That's what
Not
Gary is saying.
superior
That's what
squat,
Gary is
but
saying.
I'm
It's a
talking
superior
about the bar
squat.
positioning. Anyways,
Another thing is that my torso angle is much more upright than the low bar, and it should stay pretty much at the same angle throughout the whole movement if you're flexible enough. I think mine changes just slightly, but another thing is that my stance is really narrow. It's about hip width.
yeah, Olympic stance.
Yeah.
Here's Gary Lee again doing the low bar squat. The thing I find about the low bar is that I'm able to push more weight, and I feel more activation in the glutes and hamstrings. And I actually used to squat high bar, but ever since I switched over, I feel more stress in the back and the rear delt, and also at the wrist due to the positioning of the bar.
And your torso angle as well.
Yeah, that too.
So high bar squats are gonna hit your quads more than the low bar squats. I don't really care about that, but
I do.
I like to do high bar squats because it minimizes the stress that's put on my lower back, and it allows me to squat a lot deeper. I like to go deep,
How deep?
as deep as I can, bro. But really, you gotta try both methods to see what you're most comfortable with.
There's no right or
because-
wrong.
There's no right or wrong because everybody is different, and
High bar,
certain
low
people.
bar,
Okay, shut
body
up.
weight.
Certain people are going to be more comfortable with certain methods.
Oh, here's Gary Lee again doing more low
Man,
bar
I was talking in
squats.
third person.
Now, basically, what a bar does, not a bar, what a
Belt.
belt.
We're talking
does-
about belt, yeah.
Okay, but what the belt does is that it's an aid and it helps you increase the intra-abdominal core pressure when you squat. Now, when you squatting, you always want to maintain tightness throughout your whole body.
Even when
Especially in the core.
you're not wearing a belt.
Yeah, and when the belt compresses against you and it forces you to breathe against it, and just basically forces you to maintain that tightness throughout the lift.
Yep. So what happens is that before you actually squat, you want to take a breath, into your
Breath
stomach.
in and hold.
Breath in and hold throughout the whole movement.
Don't let go.
Don't let go. Breathe out once.
breathe out at the
once
end.
you squat back up, because you want to keep everything tight throughout the whole movement. And the thing is, a lot of people actually don't really know how to properly use the belt.
Your
They
belt
just-
people just wear a belt and
Just
do
wear it.
side laterals with it.
Yeah, or not even just that, but they just wear it and just go through the movement without actually thinking of what the belt's actually supposed to do. Like breathing into your stomach and stuff like that. And another thing about the belt is that try to minimize its use. Like if you're doing your warm-up sets and stuff like that, or even if you're just starting out lifting, you
Yeah.
probably don't need a belt. Like even Gary and I, well, especially me too, like we could probably even get away without using a belt. But we're kind of more concerned about like safety and like the longevity of our lifting careers,
Yeah.
and we just want to be safe because honestly, safety is number one. Because one injury can just put you out for a few months, and then you lose all progress you've made.
You lose all you gain.
Yeah, it's horrible. So today for squatting, I didn't go as low as I usually do, because I had a back injury actually a few days prior to this, and I wanted to minimize that butt wink that a lot of people actually get, when they're trying to squat low.
It's actually quite normal.
Yeah, it's pretty normal, and some people say it's natural. Some people say you shouldn't have it, but
But there's a lot of debate on that.
there's a lot of debate. But yeah, man, I still went a little bit below parallel for depth today, right?
Just because you did high bar squats.
Yeah, high bar squats. You can go below parallel for low bar squats too, but it's a little bit
Very
harder.
heavy.
You gotta be really flexible to do that. And honestly, if you're gonna be doing squats, you gotta hit at least parallel.
At the very least, man.
Yeah, if you can go lower, man, do it. Usually, there's a lot of people that can go lower than they are going now. They just, They just don't think they can go lower. But
Yeah.
you know, if you're doing half squats,
Quarter squats and knee bends.
knee bends,
You know, any sort of weird looking thing you do. in
even
the
if
squat
it's
rack.
really heavy weight, man, I mean, just you're not gonna reap the benefits of the actual exercise, and you're wasting your time. Might as well be doing something else like curls.
Yeah,
something like
curls on the rack. Here's Gary Lee again attempting a PR of 455. I actually tried this last week, but I missed it.
Oh, it's real heavy, man.
Yeah, I'm actually doing it again, and guess what? I
Didn't
missed
hit it this
again.
week.
No.
Oh, well. But that brings us to the point of, you know, you really got to keep trying. Failure is normal, right?
It is, yeah, it's totally normal.
Yeah.
I failed many times.
Yeah. You got to know what you can't do, and then
What
work.
you can do.
What you can do. You'll know what you can do from knowing what you can't do, and then work from there. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. Now, if you guys are wondering why I walk around the gym with no shoes, I do it for a reason.
Power up.
Now, it's because when I squat, the shoes I wear, they're actually cross trainers, and they have very thick soles,
Squishy sole.
squishy soles, right?
A lot of
So it
cushioning.
provides a lot of cushioning, so it's not the best shoes for deadlifting and squatting, because I actually lose a lot of the force transmission.
Yeah. I actually wear my shoes for squatting though because they're totally flat and they pretty much have no cushioning, but they're kind of flimsy, so I might get new shoes. If you want to cop one of those Yeah You Myron G Fitness t-shirts, Gary will be happy to hook you up with one.
Well, not hook you up,
okay,
man.
not
I mean,
hook
just,
up.
I can sell you one.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but you know, the guy who found my belt, I actually left it there that day. Just PM me and I'll be happy to hook it up with it. Hook going up.
We'll be happy to hook up with you.
So that was our squat video for today. I hope all this information helps you guys. And stay tuned for more fun videos.
Yep, thanks guys, and see you next time.